What's up, y'all? Today we're going to be talking about how to handle any student loan accounts that are reporting on your credit report. So if you or someone you know has student loans reporting, then you want to make sure you don't miss this video. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to deal with any types of negative student loan accounts, as well as how you can permanently reduce your monthly payments. This is especially true for anyone who has payments above $200. So if that's something that interests you, be sure that you stay tuned. What's up, y'all? My name is Tomy Boboy, your credit and personal finance coach. If this is your first time on my channel, I'd just like to say welcome. Typically on this channel, I'm talking about things related to credit and personal finance. So if you're interested in improving your credit or achieving financial freedom, be sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my future videos. Now let's jump into how to deal with student loans. Now, the reason why I decided to shoot this video is because of how big student loans have gotten in the recent years. You know, over 45 million people in America have student loans, which it equates to over $1.5 trillion in the debt in here in America. Okay, now that's already a big number in and of itself, right? But the even crazier part of it is over 11% of those people are at least 90 days delinquent on their student loans. Okay, so that means well over 4 million people have not been paying their student loans on time. So that's why I figured it's great to make this video, because there's a lot of resources out there that you can or a lot of services out there that you can take advantage of to be able to get you back on track with your student loans. Now, one of the first things that I always tell people when it comes to student loans is figuring out what the problem is. Is it a money issue, or is it just you missing the payments, like you're just forgetting to pay the payments on time? Now, if it's, for example, a money issue, that's something that could be, you know, it can be fixed pretty easily, right? There's a few different ways you can go about it. Either A, you can try to increase your income, right? Find ways to earn more money, whether you're doing things, you know, doing like, maybe you're doing like ride sharing, or you're doing food delivery type services like Uber Eats, things like that on the side to make money. Or what the other thing you can do is you can actually just go about refinancing your student loans. A lot of people don't know that, especially if you have private loans, but even some of the even some of the loans that aren't private, they will still charge you a large amount when it comes to the interest. And just by you lowering that interest, you could potentially save a ton of money. To give you an example here, let's say that you borrow $20,000, okay? Now, typically the loan term is going to be 10 years. That's typically how long they stretch out those student loans. Now, let's say in terms of your interest rate, you were able to refinance and change your interest rate from a 14%, which is about as high as you can get for a private loan, all the way down to a 2%, which is right now is about what you can get when you refinance. That's the lowest that you're able to get, right? If you were able to get your rate changed from a 14% to a 2%, you could change your monthly payments from $311 a month all the way down to $184 a month. You've almost split your payments, your monthly payments, in half. That's just from refinancing. Okay. And the reason why I was bringing that up is because I've seen a lot of people in those exact situations, right, where they should probably be refinancing their student loans, or that should be an option that they're looking at, but they haven't really looked into it because they just didn't know that that was something that they could do, right? And so kind of what I'm going to do is I'm also going to list out a few companies that I've seen. I've seen companies like, at least the companies that I've seen performing the best in this arena is going to be companies like Earnest. There's a few other companies that I can't remember off the top of my head. I believe Common Bond is one of them. I'll link to them down below. But these companies are great because they put you in a position. For example, Earnest is going to for sure does it, and so does Common Bond, where they don't do any type of hard inquiries. So what you're able to do is you can go to them like anytime you want and just have them take a look at your information, just so that you can see whether you would qualify for a better rate on student loans or not. Okay, so the way they work is they do no hard inquiries. It's a soft pull, so it's not going to lower your credit score at all. It doesn't even affect your credit score. And once they pull it, they'll let you know whether you're approved or not. And with Earnest, the cool thing is once you get approved, they actually let you choose how much you want to pay monthly, right? Now, obviously this is within reason. You can't say, oh, I'm going to pay $1 a month, right? But they're going to allow you to choose how you want your monthly payments broken down. Okay, so that's what I think is great with them. So what I typically recommend to people who reach out to me about student loans is I tell them, hey, look, sign up to all of them and let all of them give you, whatever their best rate is, right? So basically you're able to choose all of these companies, try all of them out, and then decide based off of who gives you the best rate or the best monthly payments, right? Monthly payments that you know you can afford. The great thing is with student loan refinancing, at least with these companies that I've seen, they don't charge any type of fees. So you don't pay like an origination fee, right? Which from time to time, like especially if you're doing like things like home loans and stuff like that, they'll usually tack it on to the end of the loan, but they don't do any type of fees or anything like that, right? So that's what's the great thing about them. So I'm gonna go ahead and link to those down below. Be sure to check out those links if you think that's something that you might be interested in. Now, there's some people who have student loans right now where you might be in a situation where they're showing as defaulted. Now, if you're in that case, you might not be able to refinance because if they're seeing that you're not making your payments as it is, it might be tough for you to be able to transition to a company that will let you refinance. So what I typically recommend is that you first fix your student loan situation, then you refinance out of it, right? And this is kind of what the path that I would follow to do that. Now, what you can do is you can actually do a student loan rehabilitation program. Majority of the loan servicers offer this. Student loan servicers offer this. So you can just reach out to them and ask them about it. Now, typically, this is kind of how it works. This is the timeline in general, how it works. If you want more specific information about it, you'll want to reach out to whoever is servicing your loans, okay? Now, normally what it works is you tell them that you want to do the student loan rehabilitation program, and what they'll do is they'll have you make on-time payments for, let's say, like 8 months, 9 months, right? So for 9 months straight, you have to make continuous on-time payments, and then you're not going to be making the same payments that you were before. Normally they'll adjust your payment and make it a lot lower of an amount. Like I've heard of people paying $5 a month or $10 a month, something crazy like that, right? But if you can make those payments every single month for 9 months straight, what they'll do is they'll typically then send your loan to another lender. Now, this is the cool part. Some of those loan servicers, what they might even do is they'll even delete any of the late payments that you have showing on your credit report, okay? So if you're in a situation like that, then you might be able to quite literally just completely reverse your situation, right? Because after the 9 months, boom, late payments are gone. Your loan's transferred to another lender, and now you have a pretty much perfect student loan history, right? In terms of all on-time payments, right? Now, let's say you're in a situation where, for example, your lender decides not to remove the late payments. Well, what's going to happen is they're going to transfer you from one loan servicer or lender to another, okay? And once you get transferred to the next lender, all you have to do is literally just dispute those late payments on that account. Now, typically what they do is they don't even spend time, correcting any of those accounts. They'll just get rid of the whole account, right? So, or they'll, if you ask them to update those late payments, they're not gonna send any verification to the credit bureaus in time, and it'll end up getting removed. So it literally can just take 1 or 2 letters. So you want to make sure that whenever you're sending in those disputes, you're telling the credit bureaus that you want to deal with a specific late payment. So whatever late payment they're showing, you're literally specifying the month and the year and what type of late payment it is, whether it's a 30-day, 60-day, 90-day. For most of you guys, it's just going to be a 90-day late showing. Okay, you want to specify that you want that updated to an on-time payment. Okay, because if you don't clarify with them and you're just disputing the whole account, you can risk having the whole account be deleted. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the path that I would take if I was in a situation where I was trying to deal with my student loans. Okay, so if you have any questions regarding how you would go about fixing your student loans, or you just need more clarification, throw something down in the comments down below and I'll try to answer as many of your questions as I can. Okay, so if you enjoyed that video, be sure that you throw a like on this video, and also make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my future credit videos that I'll be shooting. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I will see you at the next one.